If you're a high school junior from either Webb or Bear County, stay tuned because in this video, we're going to talk about an amazing scholarship that could change your life. My name is Eduardo Gonzalez, and this is the Café con Becas podcast. Hola, ¿qué tal? Welcome to today's episode of the Café con Becas podcast, a space where we talk about scholarships, universities, and amazing opportunities for high school and college students. Today, we are honored to be joined by the Executive Director of the Legacy Scholarship and Scholars at the San Antonio Area Foundation, Ms. Bernice Uresti. Welcome to the show, Ms. Uresti.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
For those families who are new to the process, could you tell us what the Scholarship Foundation, Legacy Scholarship is, and what is its core mission?
Sure. So the San Antonio Area Foundation Legacy Scholarship is thought to be one of the largest in the country. In 2025, we awarded $4.4 million to 110 students. Each of these students receives $40,000, which we pay out in $10,000 increments. From Laredo, we gave out 35 students this wonderful scholarship. And its main mission is really to help students go to college, have access to go to college.
That's amazing, and it's such a huge amount. Who is eligible to apply, and is financial need for eligibility?
So as you mentioned, it is for Bear and Webb County. So the students have to be high school juniors who plan to attend a college or university in the state of Texas. The school can be a private or public school. It just has to be in the state of Texas. The great thing is that there is no financial need requirement at all.
Excellent. There's so many students out there with a lot of talent, and oftentimes they don't know how to tell their story in a way that's compelling. What would you say, in your experience, are some of the main mistakes that students make when applying to this scholarship, and how can they avoid them?
Yes, well, that's a great question. A lot of times, what happens is, as you mentioned, with the Bear and Webb County, we have two different applications, and so sometimes students from Webb County will complete the Bear application and vice versa. So we ask that you look at the criteria exactly, because it does say Bear application and Webb application. So that's really one mistake. Another mistake is that sometimes the students will submit a transcript that we are not able to open. So once they upload that transcript, they should try to open it themselves and see if everything looks proper. And then one of the last mistakes that they make is that a lot of times students will start their essays in like a Word document, maybe a Google Drive, and once they paste the information into the application itself, they may paste it in the wrong box. So maybe it's asking for extracurricular activities, and instead they paste their career essay in there. So they just need to read the application carefully and make sure they're following the instructions.
Excellent, thank you. Yes, these are could be silly mistakes, but they're so important. It's so important to pay attention to the details.
Yes.
Don't take your time when filling out the application, because
Yes,
silly
definitely.
mistakes like these can definitely be detrimental to the application.
Yes, definitely. It could cost them between getting the scholarship and not receiving the scholarship.
In terms of the essays, Ms. Uresti, beyond good writing, what would you say are some qualities that could help the students when writing their essays?
So we have three different essays in the application. And so look at the details, read each essay carefully because each essay may have more than just one question. So it's important that they read each essay section. So one asks about extracurricular or community service, volunteer. The second essay asks about career goals, and then the third essay asks about something that they are proud of. So it's very important that they read each group because there are multiple questions in each section. So what we're trying to get from the student is that the evaluators, they don't know who these students are. So we're trying to get a sense of who these students are to the evaluators. That way they can get a better score. And so it is very important to answer each group.
Definitely. And now that you mentioned the evaluators, who examines the scholarship applications? Are they different members
So
from the
every
community, or?
Yes. I'm glad you asked that question because every application is scored by three individuals. And for the Laredo applications, our preference would be that the volunteers be from Laredo. So really what happens, one of those that I will, make calls. I'll call people that I've already established relationships with in Laredo and ask them, do you have any friends, any nonprofit professionals, any other professionals that could help us review these applications? And in the 2025 process, we didn't actually have enough volunteers. And so I did use some San Antonio volunteers, but I'd love to be able to have all of the Laredo applications scored by Laredo volunteers. So we're actually recruiting volunteers right now from Laredo.
Oh, that's amazing. So that way they are more aware or sensitive to the realities that the students are living in those communities. Yes.
Exactly. So if anyone is interested in volunteering, I can send you a QR code. Maybe you can promote getting some volunteers from Laredo.
I
I
would love
can
to. Yes.
also give you, yes, and I can also give you my phone number. They're welcome to call me or my email address, whatever works. We just love to have Laredo applications reviewed by Laredo volunteers. Mentioned they're aware of the community and what these students in Laredo go through.
That's amazing. Thank you, Ms. Uresti. Definitely. I was wondering how can parents best support their students in the process? For many students, it is it might be even intimidating to apply to such a huge scholarship, and parents might want to support their children. Are there any recommendations?
Sure. What I would encourage the parents to do is just encourage them to apply, encourage them to start the application. And if they have maybe situations where they need some additional help, I would definitely encourage them to reach out to their counselor or their English teacher, somebody that they trust that can read the essays for them and offer suggestions. We notify every district, every school in Laredo that this application is available for their students to apply. So they are aware that this opportunity exists. And we have a great relationship with some of those counselors. So I know that those counselors would be more than happy to help them. And also what the parents can do is is encourage them to apply, because this won't be the first application. This is just the beginning, right? So when they're high school seniors, they'll apply for more scholarships, they'll apply for college applications. So really it's a trial run. Even if they don't receive the scholarship, it's a great opportunity to test your writing skills. And so I would say that the parents can just encourage them to apply and be supportive if they don't receive the scholarship.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, especially for those students who have never applied to programs like this. Having the support is important, and the encouragement to go ahead and submit it, because oftentimes they themselves might be the ones who
Yes.
are their own internal barriers, right? Or they might tell themselves, no, why should I apply? Or why would they?
Yes, exactly. Definitely. We visit here in San Antonio. We go out and visit schools and talk to kids. In Laredo, it's a little bit harder, but we do have, like I said, a great relationship with some of the counselors. And so we, if they have questions, they're always able to contact us, and we're happy to answer their questions, or even the students, if they want to schedule some time with us and they need maybe just have some questions about the application, don't know how to get started, they're welcome to call us. The great thing is that on our website, on the Legacy website, we have 2-minute videos that talks about creating a profile, that talks about essay tips, and talks about uploading transcripts. So each one of these videos is about 2 minutes, and they can watch those videos pretty easily. Everything they need is on this Legacy website, so that they can have the help that they need. But of course, we're always available if they have questions.
Wonderful. So make sure that you guys stay tuned and pay attention to those resources so you can submit your application correctly. And my last question, Ms. Uresti, out of curiosity, how many applications did you guys receive last year?
So for Laredo, we received close to 600 applications. A lot of applications. In the beginning, when this is going to be our 5th year now with this program, in the beginning, it was hard enough to get about maybe a little over 100 applications. But now, as we've, created better relationships with people in Laredo and inform the school districts and other nonprofits, we are getting a ton of applications. So it is a very competitive process. So take your time.
Take your time. Absolutely. Absolutely. So just for clarification, then students from Laredo are not competing for the spaces against against the students from San Antonio. Is that correct? Or
That is correct.
yes,
That is
okay.
correct. We have 2 different processes. So we have one for Laredo, and then we have another application that is for San Antonio.
Excellent. Great. Anything else you would like to add, Ms. Uresti, that perhaps we have not covered yet that you believe it's important for either students or parents to know?
Sure, sure, sure. So the San Antonio Area Foundation's vision, the vision of the Area Foundation is to close opportunity gaps for those who need it most. So we do all that we can to get the word out about this scholarship. And so while we believe that talent is everywhere, sometimes opportunities are not. And so we want to make sure that students who are interested in applying take the time and have the resources to apply.
Excellent. Well, there
So,
you have it, guys. Make sure
yes.
that you take your time and don't wait till the last minute to submit your applications. Thank you so much, Ms. Uresti, for your time. and I hope to see you soon and definitely connect with you to connect you with other volunteers in Laredo who might be able to support the process.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm so excited that we had this phone call because I really am interested in getting other volunteers from Laredo. Since we're, not located in Laredo, it's a little bit more difficult. But I know that the Laredo community will come through and help us with this endeavor.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Uresti, and thank you guys. I'll see you in the next episode of the Café con Becas podcast. Hasta luego.